Welcome to the Student Scholars Science Series. In this video, you will learn about the magnets and magnetism. Let's get started.
Alright, let's go on a fun adventure into the world of magnets and magnetism. We're going to learn how magnets work, where you can find them, and some cool things they can do. Ready? Here we go! What are magnets? A magnet is a special object that can attract or pull certain materials, like iron and steel, toward it. Magnets are magical because they have an invisible force around them that can pull or push objects without even touching them. This invisible force is called magnetism. Types of magnets. There are two types of magnets. 1. Natural magnets. These magnets are found in nature. An example is lodestone, a type of rock that is naturally magnetic. 2. Artificial magnets. These are magnets that people make. They come in all shapes and sizes, like the ones you stick on your fridge. Magnetic poles. Every magnet has two ends called poles. These poles are special, and they are: North Pole, one end of the magnet is the North Pole. South Pole, the other end is the South Pole. The cool part is that opposite poles attract each other, which means the North Pole of one magnet will attract the South Pole of another magnet. But like poles will repel or push away from each other, that means the North Pole of one magnet will repel the North Pole of another magnet. The South Pole of one magnet will repel the South Pole of another magnet. This is a special rule of magnets. Opposite poles attract, and like poles repel. Magnetic fields. Every magnet has a magnetic field, which is like an invisible area around the magnet where its magnetic force works. You can't see this field, but it's there, and it's what makes the magnet pull or push objects. Magnetic field lines are invisible lines that show the direction of the magnetic force. They go from the North Pole to the South Pole of a magnet. You can imagine the magnetic field like a force field that surrounds the magnet, which is why the magnet can pull or push objects even from a distance. Where can you find magnets? Magnets are everywhere. They are used in many things we use every day. Here are some places magnets can be found. Refrigerator magnets. These are the fun magnets you use to hold your drawings, pictures, or notes on the fridge. Compass. A compass uses a magnet to help people find directions. The needle of a compass always points north because it's a small magnet that aligns with Earth's magnetic field. Speakers. Magnets help make sound in speakers by pushing and pulling parts inside the speaker. Motors. Magnets are used in motors to make things like fans, cars, and even toys move. How does magnetism work? Magnetism works because of tiny particles inside atoms called electrons. Electrons move around the nucleus, center of the atom. The way these electrons move creates a magnetic force. In most materials, the tiny magnetic forces from the electrons cancel out because they point in different directions. But in magnets, the electrons all move in the same direction, which makes the whole object magnetic. When these electrons line up in the same direction, they create a strong magnetic force that pulls or pushes on other materials. What materials are magnetic? Not all materials are magnetic, but iron, nickel, and cobalt are the main materials that magnets can attract. Some objects, like wood, plastic, or glass, won't be affected by magnets. If you ever find a magnet in a pile of different things, like a paperclip, a nail, a coin, and a pencil, you can test which ones are magnetic. The paperclip and nail will be attracted to the magnet, but the pencil and coin won't. Making a magnet. Did you know you can make your own magnet? Here's how. 1. Take a nail, a piece of iron. 2. Use a magnet and rub it along the nail in the same direction over and over again. 3. After a few minutes of rubbing, the nail will become a magnet. It will attract small objects like paperclips. Why does this work? Because the rubbing makes the electrons in the nail line up in the same direction, just like in a natural magnet. Magnetism and Earth. Earth itself is like a giant magnet. Earth has a magnetic field that surrounds the planet. This is why compasses always point north. They are being pulled by Earth's magnetic field. The magnetic poles of the Earth are located near the North Pole and the South Pole of the Earth. But did you know that Earth's magnetic poles are not exactly the same as the geographic poles, the spots at the very top and bottom of the Earth? Earth's magnetic field is really important because it protects us from harmful space radiation, and it helps animals like birds, turtles, and whales navigate long distances. They can use the Earth's magnetic field to figure out where to go. Fun magnet experiments. If you want to see magnetism in action, here are a few fun experiments you can try. Magnetic scavenger hunt. Find a magnet and go on a hunt around your house or outside to see what things are magnetic. Try items like paper clips, coins, keys, or even your fridge. You'll be amazed at all the things a magnet can attract. Magnetic levitation. If you have two strong magnets, you can try making things float. Place the magnets with the same poles facing each other, north to north or south to south. They will repel each other, and you can actually make a small object float between them. Magnetic compass. You can make your own compass by floating a magnetized needle on a piece of paper. The needle will always point north because of Earth's magnetic field. To sum it all up, magnets are objects that create a special force called magnetism. This force can attract or repel certain materials, especially iron, nickel, and cobalt. Magnets have two ends called poles, the North Pole and the South Pole. Opposite poles attract, while like poles repel. Magnets are everywhere, inside your fridge, in motors, and even in Earth itself. It's a special tool that uses invisible forces to work wonders in the world around us. Magnets help us in many ways, from finding directions with compasses to making things move with motors.
Have fun exploring the world of magnets and magnetism. Who knows, maybe you'll discover some amazing magnetic mysteries of your own.
This concludes our video on magnets and magnetism. Thank you for watching. See you next time.